I'm Andrew Cooper-Thwaite with Head Tyrolia, here today introducing a new product line for our head boot division, and that is the Nexo line of boots featuring Lyt Tech. When we look at Nexo, there's a tremendous amount to talk about here. We've incorporated a new shape, a new last. This is a 100mm last for us. Very broad in the toe box, very high in volume in the toe box, really opens the fit up in that area so you can balance easily and you can feel that relaxed feel from the toe all the way into the 100mm last in the forefoot. We then taper back into a very narrow heel pocket that goes ahead and is very precise and grips the heel, the ankle, and the Achilles very well. When we talk about Lyt Tech, in particular, we're talking about a very thin-walled shell. We use a smart frame, which is the new frame shell design of this boot, and we use a plastic called GrillFlex, which is a very rigid plastic that we can use in a thin adaptation. The smart frame design that you see on the side of the shell really allows us to give the boot tremendous responsiveness, along with a dual flex mechanism that adds rebound to the boot. We use a 4-degree boot board within the Nexo, and then a 14-degree forward lean, which really brings the skier into a nice upright position, a more modern position for shape skis that we're currently skiing on. We mix or inject in that plastic, in that GrillFlex plastic, graphene, which you'll recognize from our ski series. Graphene adds a couple of things when we get into our boots. It allows us to make the boot light within its plastic makeup, but it also gives and increases the performance of the boot significantly and really takes away that harsh feel that thin, rigid plastic boots can sometimes give you. So you will get shock absorption from this boot. You will get a damp, smooth feel when you're on variable terrain with the boot. When we look at the other aspects of the boot, we look at a super leggero buckle. This is a buckle that reduces the weight from our previous buckles by about 30%. When we look at the Lyt technology overall, it reduces weight significantly, and this 130 Nexo falls in at about 1.5 kilos or about 3 pounds, 5 ounces. So extremely lightweight for an all-mountain boot. Whenever we're talking about lightweight and reducing weight in any of our products with Head, we always keep in mind downhill performance. That is what we focus on most, and that's certainly what we focused on with Nexo. So all of this weight reduction does not come at the cost of downhill performance. When we look at the customization aspect of this boot, you'll see a lot of different technologies that allow you to customize this boot just in 15-20 minutes while you're in the shop. We start with form fit, which returns again for $18.19, and that allows us to mold the boot to the shape of your foot and get a real nice shape out of the shell itself to really take away that break-in period and make the boot much more comfortable out of the box. We then talk about Perfect Fit liner, and we've had Perfect Fit for a few years now, but we redesigned it with the Nexo, and it's a 3D liner that really takes on the interior shape of the last. This unique blend of PU and EVA foam allows us to reheat the liner numerous times and really re-energize that liner, give it new life, and take an additional mold. If you want to reset the liner, you're more than welcome to do that a couple of times with the new 3D liner. On top of that, we use a system called Liquid Fit, and Liquid Fit is where we're injecting in separate channels down the lateral side and the medial side of the boot, around the malleolus or the ankle, and through the heel and the Achilles to add even more precision around those difficult to fit areas. So if you get into this boot and you find you want a little bit more grip out of the ankle, we can go ahead and take care of that with the Liquid Fit system. We're actually injecting a paraffin material that really takes in a tremendous shape of the heel and the ankle. Couple this all together, and what you've got is an exceptional downhill performance all-mountain boot that really takes on a whole new category of weight reduction in an all-mountain boot in a 100mm last. Check out the line. With the men's, we've got the 130, the 120, the 110, and then 2 colorways in the 100. For the women's specific version of the Nexo with Lyt Tech, we've made some adaptations to fit the specifics of the women's anatomy a little bit better. And what I mean by that mostly is the lower leg aspect. We use a shorter cuff with the women's Nexo. We actually use a little bit more material in the heel pocket of the liner as well, so that we get a little bit more of an aggressive fit to fit that V-shaped women's specific foot. When I look at the liner and the shell in particular, we use a double adjustable profile on the shell. What this is 2 cam mechanisms on either side of the spine of the boot. And you can see them here. We use the double adjustable mechanism on either side of the spine to allow this boot to open by an additional 10 millimeters. And that allows us to open the cuff of the boot to accommodate a higher volume calf. So this boot does some great work to accommodate a higher volume calf. Along with the double adjustable profile, we have the auto adapt liner, which is a secondary tongue system, which allows this liner to really open up in addition to the double adjustable profile and accommodate that more athletic calf. If you have a smaller calf, we have a macro ratchet on our buckle, which we can go ahead and pull that over. And then this liner adapts to a low volume leg just as well as it adapts to a high volume leg. So there's a lot of adjustability in one of the most difficult areas of the women's specific fit. In addition to that, with the Nexo lineup, we start with the women's Nexo 110. We move into the 100 and 2 colorways in the 80. In addition, with the high-end women's 110 and 100 flex models, we use our graphene infused shell technology, as well as form fit customization. We use our perfect fit liner, as I mentioned, the auto adapt liner with the dual tongue, as well as our liquid fit injection system to add even more precision to the heel and to the ankle area of the boot.